Hi guys, hi everybody. I'm going to interview Hayden, so I hope you're ready. Hayden, I can't hear you, by the way. Let me see. Maybe it's my audio. Hi there, Frostic. Can you hear my audio, by the way? Hi Sven, thanks for joining. You guys should ask questions. I'm about to interview Hayden. So you should post your questions in the comments so that I can totally interrogate him. Hey Wolfanier. Wolfanier? Okay. Hi, gays.
Oh, how do I do this? Am I back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now clearly.
Okay, fantastic. Sorry about that, everyone. Oh, I see. Okay, we're here. We're good. Good girl, Crypto. Hello. That is your real name.
Yep, that's my name. Parents put it on my birth certificate. They knew I had diamond hands.
Fantastic.
So,
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I'll shut up. Sorry, Ariel. I'm used to hosting. You can host.
that's okay. So today I want to be the host because usually Hayden is the host of the show, but because I'm interviewing him, I'm going to lead this conversation. Sven asks what awaits us in the next week. But before I say that, I want to say, guys, welcome to the show. This is the Alpha Impact Show where I interview Hayden Hughes, our CEO. Woo!
Thank
Hayden,
you, Ariel. Thank you, guys.
could I get a quick breakdown of a few just fun questions to ask you first? Have you ever had a nickname?
That's a good question. Sorry, I'm not texting. I'm trying to load this on my YouTube so that I can watch simultaneously. / so we can have one extra. No, just kidding. Have I ever had a nickname? I don't know. Have I had a nickname? Apparently, my dad wanted to call me Spike when I was a baby because my hair was always like in a spike. I don't know that I've had any nicknames in my like childhood or adult life. I can't remember having a nickname.
Oh, but Spike. That's a cool one. From now on in the office, I'll call you Spike. Hey, Spike.
Yeah.
Are you
Socially
still in
distant
office?
Spike. Yes, I am.
Aw, Hayden should go home. Go home and be in the comfort of his home, but he works really hard.
Aw.
So Sven asks, what awaits us in the next week regarding marketing the platform and token?
Well, I wanted to suggest, because there's going to be, I think that what I've seen with previous AMAs is that people tend to stream in over time. So I wanted to suggest maybe Alpha Spike. Thank you, Frostek. I'll jump in and answer the question, but I wanted to suggest that we maybe leave the people to ask questions and then come back. But totally up to you. I'll stop trying to control things. I'm always trying to run things my way. I've handed over control to you. So thank you, Sven, for your question and for coming and joining us. What awaits us in the next weeks regarding the marketing, the platform, and token? So I think there's a couple things in my mind. Number one, we're launching a super exciting partnership next week. Actually, we're launching 2 partnerships next week, but I won't tell you who they are because I can't give you everything now. But in terms of marketing, we think very clearly about 2 different buckets. So number one, we have our kind of token marketing, which we have to let everyone know about the token. And as you've identified, we also have the platform marketing. So I'll go in reverse order. So platform first. So we've just launched beta testing. It's going really well. We've got beta testers using our platforms, posting TA. We've actually just announced today we're going to be launching a trading competition for the beta testers. So it's not open to the whole world. It's only open to the beta testers. So there's some tokens up for grabs. The next part that we're launching for the platform is, let me look at the roadmap. We're going to be launching our extended beta at some point over the next couple of weeks. So that's kind of next. It's difficult to market a platform that's not yet ready and yet in market. So that's just something that we have to build as fast as we can. And we've got our hardworking devs working hard all the time, hiring all the time. And if you're a Java developer in Singapore, feel free to reach out to us on Twitter or Telegram or LinkedIn. So the marketing of the platform really is around these incremental, roadmap updates. So right now we're at closed beta, then we're going to beta, then we're going to to our signals mining, which will have a trading competition. So that's the platform. On the token, we're actually focused. We have a couple partnerships happening. So next week we're launching single asset staking. We're launching liquidity pool farming. Both of those pools will be with not a lock. Basically, you can come in and enter and exit those pools at any time. We've just launched the alpha games, which is a really exciting way for traders to buy the token, deposit the token into a staking contract. There is a 10% APY, which people can earn. And then, of course, we will choose 1 out of every 20 entrants and give them a prize of 7.5K. So put in, yeah.
I wanna add on to the Alpha Games
Okay.
as well, since it's a marketing baby. So the Alpha Games, really what you do is that you have 1 in 20 people who will win almost $580 worth of impact tokens. And all you have to do is just buy about 300 at the moment. It's currently around $300 worth of the tokens, stake it, you get 10% APY, you can unstake it afterwards, it costs you nothing. And that's 1 entry to participate. And you can keep putting as many entries as you like. And I think it's pretty good odds. I mean, 1 in 20 people will win $500. So yeah, I just wanted to add to that because it's a marketing baby, and I'm the marketing person along with another person.
It's great to have such enthusiasm, and we're super happy to have this amazing competition. So thank you for all your help on this.
Of course. It was like everybody came up with super cool, good ideas. The marketing team just executes it out and makes it look beautified. And also, on the trading competition, we're also now making it into a mix of trading awards and awards of the beta testers. We're going to reward them for being, the most popular, the most chatty, and the person with the most diverse portfolio, and all these other features.
Sounds amazing. What a time to be alive.
This is really not just an AMA on Hayden, but I'm also just going back and forth with this. And does anybody else want to ask? Oh, someone asked what's going on tonight. Hayden, what's up with your evening?
What's up with my evening? Well, as always, I'm in the office working hard. We've pushed the time of the AMA a little bit later tonight, so I'm here in the office. I'm on my 1, 2, 3rd mug of the day. We do have alcohol in the office, but I'm not drinking. I'm drinking tea. So I'm almost finishing the day, and as always, looking at the charts. So I'll just show you. Looking at the charts. Looking at a beautiful, I'll zoom in a little bit. I know this is very ugly, but I was looking earlier today and I thought maybe I should buy, and I said, I'm too busy, I can't be monitoring, and boom, it went up. So I would have been right to actually buy at that time. I won't go too into the technical stuff, but trading, obviously working with our super hardworking and dedicated team, and at some point, hopefully going home for the evening. So those are my plans.
Oh, but what is the hot coin that you're looking at right now? Is that Bitcoin?
It is Bitcoin, yeah, of course. The Bitcoin, although Elon Musk just tweeted about Baby Doge, which is, some would call it a scam coin. I would just call it a shit coin. But he tweeted about it, and that's causing it to moon. So that's something that, we're not really watching as a business, but it's in the news. So I guess it's interesting to watch from a bull market perspective.
I should have bought Baby Doge when I first heard about it. Have anybody watching this? Have you bought Baby Doge? Because please let us know. I want to know if you love the hype coins, and should you trust Elon Musk as well? I don't know. He's told me to buy Doge, and I've lost money on it.
Well, Doge should come back rationally at some point if we're still in a bull market. Where are we? I shorted Doge. I exited my position.
It?
Yeah, when Elon was on Saturday Night Live. This is a classic sell the news scenario. When there's a big event where everyone's like, "Ooh, this is going to be it," that's when you sell. You don't buy, thinking, because that's the buy the rumor, sell the news. So I'm just looking at the chart now. Yeah, it was way back in the day. Saturday Night Live was a while ago. It went.
Yeah, you must have made a lot of money.
Because
it actually dumped after.
Yeah, I know. I got the trade right. But how high did it go? Austin made more money than I did. Anyway, we don't want to talk about too much about Dogecoin. This is not the Dogecoin channel, but it's something we're watching. It's interesting times.
Okay. But by the way, Hayden, how many people are watching this interview right now?
Well,
this
I'm interested
AMA?
to hear from some of our friends on Twitch, because I have a theory that the view count that we see is not actually reflective of Twitch. So I'm showing on YouTube 15, and then in total 17. But I have a theory that there's 2 people who are actually from Facebook, and that the Twitch number somehow doesn't get added in. So if anyone is joining and watching from Twitch, maybe who would be watching from Twitch? Mike the Owl, Crypto Skiz, Jira, Nora, others. Let us know
Oh, they're
if you're watching from Twitch.
But we have a very a very cool person, Frostak, who's been commenting and asking. He now asked, "What's your favorite crypto exchange, Alpha Spike?"
Alpha Spike. Frostek, great question. Maybe host, we should do some intros and ask people where they're dialing in from, where in the world. I usually do that, but I'll leave it to you. Totally fine. My favorite
please
crypto.
teach me.
That's okay. That's okay. You're in charge, so I'm a lowly underling following orders. So, Frostek, great question. My favorite crypto exchange. I mean, obviously Binance and FTX are the 2 that have. I mean, FTX is probably the one that has, along with Binance, the most liquidity. So that's something that we're very focused on in terms of our build out. We've had some obviously some conversations with some exchanges, and some good and some just kind of good. And if anyone from those exchanges is watching, of course, you're one of the very good ones. But we've had some comments and some conversations with exchanges that want us to connect, but obviously we only want to take our users to where there's actual liquidity and trading volume. So Binance and FTX.
Binance and FTX, the big names.
Yeah.
I feel like, what do you think about DeFi versus CeFi exchanges? Also, in the meantime, Frostek, please tell us where you're from. This is recommended by Hayden. I'm new to being a host as an AMA, so
well,
I would love to know where Sven and Frostek are from.
And where everyone's from.
Yeah.
So CeFi and DeFi. So obviously it's easier for us to connect and validate that centralized exchange traders are good. We need to KYC them. We need to KYC their exchange account. We need to look at their trading data, and that's just easier for us. So phase 1, we assume that people will not have as much trust. So we're very focused on helping our customers and users to find people who are like human beings who are traders that have a great track record. So that's that in our minds is a centralized exchange problem solution set. And then after that, we have and then DeFi is in the runway down the line.
So are you saying that it's going to eventually convert to being a DeFi platform?
Well, it is a DeFi platform in the sense that we will allow customers and traders to follow top traders on chain, but that's not at the front of the roadmap. That's at the back of the roadmap for the reasons I mentioned.
Okay, I understand. Oh, by the way, Frostek says he's from Russia, Sven from Germany and Finland. Hi guys. I'm saying hi from Singapore right now. Me and Hayden are located in the lovely Singapore, and it's so nice to meet people from right across the ocean, the opposite side of the earth almost.
Yes, lots of Europeans on the channel. Fantastic. Well, I'm also in Singapore for those that didn't know.
Oh, I actually said that you and I were both in Singapore, but I think the connection might have cut off.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'm busy watching the Doge price. Thinking of buying. We actually do hold some Doge on our treasury. Not very much, but it is officially a company treasury asset, but small amount.
Why did we decide to hold Doge on our treasury account?
Well, you know, our thesis on Elon is he's kind of like the Donald Trump of crypto. And when I say that, I mean that he just needs that attention. He's not quite, let's just say he doesn't have he has a short attention span, and he needs to have a shiny object, and crypto has become that shiny object. And of course, there's some speculation that that Tesla will have sold their Bitcoin when their third quarter earnings come out. So that's obviously a kind of a go no go indicator that we're looking at. But overall, Elon has had a hugely influential impact on the market. And my thesis personally is that he, he did this. He's always been this kind of outlandish personality, and he got in trouble in 2019. You might recall, Ariel, although I know you're super young, but sorry, nothing personal, but what I'm going to say is in 2019, he got in trouble by saying the Tesla stock price is too high, IMO, to punish people that were, going, I guess, like long the company. And then he did the inverse, actually just before that, to punish short sellers. And he said, we're taking Tesla private at $420 a share, which was way higher than the market price at that time, which of course caused the price of the Tesla shares to go up. And so the reputation that he's built is someone who likes to manipulate markets, which of course is illegal for traditional shares, but not illegal for crypto. So my thesis personally is that Elon loves to manipulate the market, and this is all a game for him. If Elon, if you're watching, keep doing what you're doing. It certainly makes it interesting.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that news where he did that, and the SEC went after him. But now the SEC can't go after him because it's crypto, right?
exactly. And there's people who I'm sure are locked in prison for doing very much less serious things than what he did. But my point is, so my thesis here is that he decided, hey, let's go on a run with Bitcoin, and then he thought, oh, Dogecoin is the next best thing. And during that time, he went on Saturday Night Live. I'm looking at the chart. It actually collapsed the price. We're now at kind of like, multi-month lows for Dogecoin, which I guess we are with all assets. But so he now needs to do that. And our thesis, at a corporate level, and it's a very small position, but at a corporate level, our idea is that if Doge has Elon on its side, it can't lose. And, we're earlier in the price discovery. Doge has a terrible supply schedule. It's not capped. It's not scarce. It's not finite. But, it is what it is. So that's the thesis on Doge.
Okay, that's good. You do a lot of TA or FA?
I'm just really smart, Ariel.
Sorry, I forgot. I was speaking to our office genius.
No,
I should never underestimate him.
No, I'm sorry. It's my analysis is not based on TA or kind of FA. I guess it's just like look at the Elon Musk effect, right? You could plot on a chart. Although the what we might call the correlation or the correlative impact of each of Elon's tweets is getting smaller over time. So what that shows is that when Elon tweets about something new, the impact is here. When he tweets about that same thing the next time, it's here. And then as he goes on and on and on, the impact diminishes.
Lesson?
So what that means is that he constantly needs to be, if he is the, attention hungry person that we think he is, he certainly appears to be that way. He needs to have a new thing to be pitching all the time. So that's the thesis on Sir Elon.
Okay, that's really interesting. Actually, after what you were saying, it kind of reminded me of this meme I saw.
Really?
I pulled it up on Instagram because I wanted to show you. It says,
"Oh, I've seen this." Broke people. I go to Starbucks every day. Millionaires. I brew my own coffee at home. Billionaires. I got all my food for free in federal prison because I committed securities fraud. That's very funny. Yeah, that's kind of the jam.
By the way, moving aside from Elon Musk, Sven actually asks, how's the COVID situation in Singapore?
Well, Ariel, the community hears from me like every single moment of every day. Maybe you should answer because you're living in Singapore just like me, and you're actually Singaporean. I have on good authority. So,
on which authority?
Well, you've shared your KYC details with us. That's how. So, anyway, why don't you answer? I'll ask you a question. Ariel, Sven M asks, how's the COVID situation in Singapore? Please let him know, him or her.
Well, Sven, Currently, we are still in a minor lockdown in the sense that we cannot go out to the restaurants more than 2 packs. So we're allowed to have 2 people in a restaurant, no more than that. But if we're not in a restaurant, we have about 5 people going out. I still feel extremely caged like a little bird, but I'm hoping we'll break free soon. Everybody's missing traveling, and I think that's the biggest thing that makes us feel like it's a lockdown. I like to say that millennials every time my friends complain about missing traveling, I said, millennials are such snowflakes. Back in my day, you could only travel back and forth to the playground. You don't leave the country. Hayden, what do you think?
Well, actually, Singapore has just they have just what do you call it? They've talked about just today. As we get more vaccinated, they're going to open up the border. So they've talked about Hong Kong, parts of Europe, and the US. So I guess the idea would be that the government would look at the level of infections and the number of vaccinations. And what they've kind of said is, if we vaccinate almost everyone, the health impact of COVID is basically the same as the flu. So that's our, and Sven, I'm sure you're from, are you Germany? Germany, okay. We have some supporters and investors, Sven, in Europe, and we're hearing that all the restrictions are lifted. So congratulations, you've earned your freedom. But yeah, so there's going to be some movement, I guess, between countries after we get more and more people vaccinated. The government here wants to get 2/3 of people fully vaccinated in about the next month or so, 5 weeks. So I've had my vaccine, and I guess like Ariel, have you booked your slot to get yours?
Yeah, I just did it earlier.
Nice, congrats. So yeah, I think like in the office, we're slowly getting vaccinated. I think we're at 20 to 30% vaccinated here in the office, although we're full of young people. So but Ariel, you're next.
About vaccinations?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm soon going to mutate into, I don't know what the Pfizer vaccine will give me. But I think Hayden got the Moderna vaccine, and he was so sick the next day.
Oh man, I was very sick. Please take the day off work, everyone who's getting the vaccine. You'll be on your butt.
He was supposed to do a push-up challenge because we were betting that him and our co-founder Austin, who would win in this push-up challenge. And I think Hayden was dead after the vaccine. He couldn't move.
We should probably still do it. I mean, I think we do owe the community the push-up challenge. So I think it's probably time. We can get that started. Let us know in the comments who you think is going to win the push-up challenge.
Yeah. So we've got Hayden. He's been working out since he was 7. And we've got Austin. He has 15 years experience in banking tech. Now, who do you think will win the push-up challenge?
Actually, Austin's a little more swole than me. But anyway, should we talk about crypto or something?
Yeah, we can.
You can ask questions if you want. It's your channel. I'm just the guest.
Do you want to talk about meme stocks? Because I feel like meme stocks and crypto, they have a similar meme ability to it.
Sure. I mean, what's your thesis on meme stocks, or do you want me to share mine? Which meme stocks exactly?
Well, recently Reddit just boosted Bed Bath & Beyond stocks.
Bed Bath & Beyond? Really?
Yeah.
What the hell? Okay.
They got a boost. They got a nice little boost.
Okay. That's crazy. I mean, why? What has Bed Bath & Beyond done? Okay, I see. So
Have you shopped there before?
Well, of course, I'm old. Everyone has shopped there by the time you get to my age. So they've boosted it from
Hayden. He's
30
to
36.
Years old.
What, 30 to 36? Is that like a 15% increase? It's like 1/6 or something. So 16%. So that's, I mean, it's no GameStop, right? It's not like 5,000%, but it's something. So, yeah.
They reported their recent earnings, and it was going pretty well, which I'm surprised because, like you said, Bed Bath & Beyond, not many people have been.
It's for old people like me,
there.
Not young people like you. I mean, I don't know where young people spend their money. Do you spend your money at GameStop, Ariel?
No, I just buy my games on Xbox without on the Xbox store. So
Right, right.
I feel bad for not shopping at GameStop. But I know now it's put
Okay.
GameStop back on my focus. But I don't even live in America, so I don't even go
Yeah,
to GameStop.
I know, I know. I mean, I tried to buy an Xbox. It wasn't even available. You can't buy them. They don't exist in Singapore. It's like friggin' we have all the vaccines in the world, but no PlayStation 5s or whatever it is. So this is I need justice.
Hayden needs justice. Oh,
Anyway,
but
we have a question.
we have a question from Gaze. Would you would you mention impact security measures because security is really important and valued by users? How does your project protect users' money?
Sure. So, actually, before I answer this question, I just want to say GameStop Doge appears to be like, oh, never mind. Doge didn't actually fall as hard as some of these other tokens until very recently. So up until like June 15th, Doge was actually outperforming Bitcoin, it looks like. Anyway, so Gaze, thank you for the question. Love to hear the etymology of your name. Are you Dutch by any chance? Anyway, we'll just call you G for now. So the security, so I think there's a couple of vectors that we think about. So first off, I'm the CEO, not the CTO. But our chief technical officer comes from the banking side. So he spent 15 years, actually 16 years working at some of the largest banks on the planet, designing secure and robust infrastructure, web apps, trading systems for hedge funds, all that kind of stuff. So I can assure you that we're thinking really closely about this. In terms of the vectors, obviously we think about the first and the biggest risk for us, because our platform is non-custodial, so we're not an exchange. We don't custodize your funds. So the vector of attack that we think about very closely is obviously the API key. So someone could hack into the platform, gain access to your API key for your account, tell you to go and buy some shitcoin or altcoin, as we call them in the industry, and then that would drive up the price of that altcoin, and then that person could sell that coin somewhere else. So we're very focused on that, and obviously projecting our users' money is not something we have to think about because we're not custodial, but we do have to think about that API key. So we're designing an entire infrastructure and architecture around that being the whole app being secure, and then obviously the API key gets extra attention. So I promise we're further along in the development than we say we are. It's just that we're still doing pen testing. So so those are the whole thing needs to be secure. Obviously we're not custodial, but then the API key needs to be secure inside of that. So that's kind of the high level, and love to circle back on that if you want to talk more later.
Yeah. I also kind of want to add on to that part that everything that you put onto our platform is encrypted and protected even when it's outstanding. So I think that our CTO has a lot of experience in banking security, and he knows what he's doing.
Great. So, wow, we've got great questions here. Ariel, I'm just the guest, so you have to choose which question we answer next.
I think both questions are great, so I'm gonna continue on. Michael Drexler, thank you for sending in this question. He says, when the app launches, what will be the lag between the trade and execution for someone following them?
Oh, that's an API question. I think it depends how many API calls we can actually put through per minute. I don't have the answer. I want to say we can do like a lot. We could do like 1,000 a minute or something like that, but I would be guessing. And if I guess, I'm going to give you the wrong information. So what I'd like to do is do some homework and come back. Obviously, we're building it. We are building this app with crypto in mind, and we know that crypto is volatile AF. So this is not going to be something where we just hope for the best. And then the other part is that we're actually building logic. For example, what if your trade fails, right? What if you're trying to follow me to buy Ethereum at 21.27.13, and then all of a sudden it spikes up in 1 minute to, I don't know, 22.50? What do we do in that situation? Or what happens if there's a real black swan event and the market rises or falls 50% in 1 day or 2 hours or something like that, and the API fails? What do we do in that situation? Do we automatically cancel your trade? Do we give you a notification giving you the option, hey, do you want to follow this person? This trade didn't go through. Do we want to just automatically put it through based on a certain percentage slippage? So these are the edge case scenarios that we're planning, and I don't have the exact timing. I think it's like a lot of API calls we can put through on a 60-second basis. It's really a lot. So it's designed for traders. Having said that, our thesis in the first version or in the first tradable version of our platform is not for complex high frequency trading strategies run by algos. It's for human driven strategies, because when we think about the challenge of how do we grow crypto from 15% human beings owning to 30%, 40%, 50%, it really comes down to a personal connection with an investor. Just like you have a personal connection with me, and Michael, I've seen that you've been on our podcast and on our show a few times. You would probably trust me more now because you've seen me a few times compared to someone who's just tuning in for the first time. So our thesis is that to grow crypto ownership from 15% outwards, we need to actually have that personal connection. So it's not for algorithms. Megan, oh wait, Ariel, I'm just the
Hayden,
I'm the
go
guest
ahead.
here.
Just go ahead, please.
Can you give some inspiration to your partnership, how they can help you in your project? Well, we're really interested in there's a couple of different types of partnerships that we think about. Obviously, borrow, staking, lending platforms, protocols, those are really interesting for us. They have obviously a need for this kind of adjacent infrastructure. So we see like a reciprocal relationship between ourselves and around PS, Tom Jessup, hello. So Megan, we see a reciprocal relationship around us and those borrow and lending platforms. We could be the kind of trading infrastructure and refer customers who are maybe actually making profits and they don't want to keep trading. They want to funnel some off into a safety deposit box, so to speak. So that would be we would refer clients to them and they would refer clients to us. So that would be the kind of borrow and lending. Otherwise, anyone who's got a community of traders, we have a lot of great partnerships that we're coming up with over the next few weeks that we're announcing some next week. Might be a good time to buy the token, but not investment advice. Do your own research. So I think those projects that have, for example, a community of traders that are actually looking to deploy capital somewhere, that's always interesting as well. Tom Jessup, is there a revenue stream for the platform aside from token appreciation? So we charge our customers a transaction fee. It's in our white paper, which I'll get the link and share with you. But it's somewhere between 0.25 and 1%, I think. So I'll just share our deck with you here, Tom. Okay, hold on. Barefoot Fish, good to see you, sir, madam. Okay, this is our deck. Boom, boom, boom. When will part 2 of interview with Hayden? This is, what do you mean part 2, A9?
It's a YouTube video that I posted, the part 1 of the interview I had with you.
Oh, wow, okay. I mean, we owe our community a lot, don't we? We owe them the push-up challenge. We owe them part 2. But there's a lot. There's really a lot we should be, we want to give back to the community. So
yeah, I like to think it's a cliffhanger. So now you'll never know what's part 2, but it will come out. Don't worry, we'll let you know. Thanks for making it a highlight. A9 puta.
Do you know what that means in Spanish?
Yeah, I realized it as I said it out loud.
That's okay. It's okay. It's okay to swear in other languages. I guess you lived in another country. I should interview you. How about this? Let's ask the audience question. Should I interview Ariel next time? That would be interesting. Let me know what you think of that. Sven M, when Binance? I mean, it's on our agenda. We're focused on building the product right now. I think, exchange listings are something that oh wow, we're getting views on this. People are viewing our document. by the way, folks, we have analytics. But anyway, so we're very happy to be talking to exchanges, but the most important thing for us is just launching the platform. So honestly, applying to and having these conversations with exchanges, we've had a number, we're talking to a number, it's an ongoing thing. But we really need the token to be used. We need to have organic demand driven. So that's the most important thing.
I also want to add, most of the time, tokens that list on Binance, innovation tokens, are already bridged to the Binance bridge, right? They already have a Binance bridge. So oftentimes, because we're still on the ERC20 and we haven't launched our Binance bridge yet, chances are you don't go onto Binance. Binance, obviously they want to promote themselves, right? So if you bridge to BEP20, you have a higher chance of getting listed as an innovation token.
All right. Tom, I know that Ran and Sheldon of Crypto Banter are private investors. Yes, they are. Will you be making positive efforts to bring influencers on board to use the platform as part of an ongoing marketing strategy? Yes, absolutely. I think there's a few catalysts for those efforts. First and foremost, we need to obviously have our product up and running. So that's something that our entire dev team is focused on. It's very difficult for an influencer to say, hey, I want to jump on board without actually getting to see what we're doing. And so we're just focused very close on the launch. But absolutely, we're talking to influencers all the time. And obviously the market, they don't want to be pitching stuff in a downwards market. They're very concerned about the big picture scenario. So we're watching the green candles and we're building hard, and that's been the focus.
Yeah. And on the marketing side, we are going to be bringing more influencers on board. We are definitely talking to influencers, and we want to be very selective with who we bring on board, because our platform is very, very selective to who we want to represent as traders, right? That's just my 2 cents. Barefoot Flash asks if we have any plans for building a Binance bridge.
Yeah, absolutely. We're first and foremost focused on the Cardano cross-chain. I mean, obviously, we need to launch the product. We need to get the, there's a lot of things we need to get right. Cross-chain functionality is, in our minds, something that adds a lot of value later. But now we're obviously, focused on the liquidity pool. We've got this trading competition coming up. We have beta testing. We're launching staking. Things are actually going pretty well right now. It looks to us. Our community is growing, so it feels to us like we're in the right kind of boat for where we are today. But of course, the moment we get to obviously DeFi, then it gets you're talking about on-chain execution. There's a couple of factors. So number one, you need to have compatibility to on-chain, because if you didn't have that cross-chain bridge, then, for example, if we're building on Cardano, you'd only be able to do on-chain social trading for Cardano tokens, which, guess what? There's zero except the Cardano blockchain itself, because they're still obviously launching. So we need to go where the people are. Right now, the people and the liquidity are on ERC, but we're seeing that diversify, and obviously Cardano is a great example of one that's, in our minds, more scalable, more energy efficient, and solves a lot of the problems that Ethereum doesn't have. So we'll see what happens with EIP 1559. I think that's something that's launching. I think it's very soon now, and we're actually seeing institutional interest starting to pick up for Ethereum. And our thesis is that it's because of this. So we don't want to build a bridge just for the sake of it. We don't want to build a bridge just for the sake of getting listed on Binance, and we really don't want to build a bridge unless it's going to actually help our customer acquisition journey. So obviously that's super exciting for us to be building on Cardano. Other blockchains will be next, but our devs and all the people that would need to implement this cross-chain stuff are pretty busy launching our product. So partnership with Rubik, Sven, we'll watch. I'm going to type that. I'm going to write that down with Rubik. Great suggestion. Thank you. They can build a custom bridge for you where you pay the fees and impact. Well, thank you, sir. I'm beginning to think you maybe have some relationship with Rubik, but we'll leave it as a mystery.
Also, I don't know if you agree with me on this, Hayden, but I definitely want your input on it. But I realize that a lot of times coins are the most valuable before they list on Binance, like a major exchange, because that's the time when they pump the highest, when a coin is still on Uniswap. And by the time they reach an exchange, the liquidity becomes a lot higher, but also the growth becomes a lot lower because the cap is bigger as well.
Can you repeat the first part of your question again?
That I realized that a lot of tokens are the most valuable in growing the price before they reach a major exchange like Binance. Because someone mentioned, why are we not listed on a Binance exchange when Binance, right? And by the time you buy into a token that's already on Binance, I usually realize that the growth, the percentage of growth that the coin has is already a lot less than its value before. I don't know if you agree with me on this. I'd love your input.
Well, I think that, we've seen it go both ways, and obviously Binance has a ton of liquidity. There are cases where tokens get listed on Binance, and then that's just a time for people to dump, because you can do that. I think the focus, first and foremost for us, is always on our customer and our users. And what we've seen over the last little while, the market's been tanking. The really short-term people are actually selling. We're getting rid of those people from our community. So we feel really good about where we are in terms of our token holder, long-term value investor acquisition journey. So that's kind of how we view the Binance situation. What's the greatest challenge or obstacle that we anticipate? Well, that's a tough one. Let me come back to that. Tom Jessup and Ariel, you can remind me to come back to Michael's question. Tom Jessup, do you have a contingency plan in case we drop to 30, bounce 45, then proceed to drop 60 to 70 to 19? Not only will the token tank, but the general public will have very little interest in trading. Oh, wow. Ariel, you've got a proposal from Philippe. I'll leave that one to you and I'll answer Tom's question. But Tom, I think on the technicals, it's certainly a possibility that we're watching. And the part that I'm with you on is the probability of a bounce to 45. A 60 to 70% decline from there in our minds would be possible. Certainly not impossible, but I think the more likely scenario would be a breakout above 45. But if that happens, I worked in crypto in 2017 and 18 raising money, and what I saw was projects spend all their money on marketing and on parties and champagne and then private yachts and whatever, and then they had nothing left to build. So we saw these projects in 2017 raise 50 million and then spend it all, and then the next year raise 2 million. So in our minds, this is a really amazing time to be building this platform, because we raise money and we haven't spent any on yachts. And I think we've bought lunch a few times for Ariel. She can attest, but you can vouch there's no Lambos, there's no strippers, there's no champagne. We do have some alcohol, but it's stuff we've paid for with our own money. So we've been very prudent with our kind of reserves, and we're focused on solving this problem for our customers. So ultimately, the only thing that matters to us is, can we solve a problem for our customers? And if we solve that problem for our customers, there's a percentage of each transaction that gets locked in a long-term liquidity vault, percentage that gets locked in an insurance fund. So there is a theoretical decline to the supply of our token with every transaction. That's obviously not why we're doing it, but that it will be value accretive from every transaction. And also the other thing I wanted to say is that if the market tanks, there's still going to be traders making money. I wouldn't say I'm up massively, but I'm up since whatever it was, whenever the top of the market was, April and May, because there was a bearish divergence in many aspects, and I went short and cashed out and thought I was mistaken and cashed out at 50 something, and then thought I was crazy, and then it turned out I was right. Ariel, I think the next question was for you. Did you get that question? Do you have a response?
So smart, so beauty, want marriage?
Yeah.
Philippe, you gotta do better than that if you want my attention.
Buy some impact token. If you're on the rich list, she'll talk to you. Okay. If you're one of the largest token holders, I'll set up an intro. How about that? So missed again. How can Alpha Impact solve the outrageous fees of Ethereum? Well, Barefoot Flash 2021, 2022 parties. We need to get a lot of things. We need to get the product out the door, have the token coming up. There's a lot of things that have to happen. The market has to cooperate with us as well. Mr. Gan, so we think about the Ethereum gas fee problem as being one that is there if you're trading on chain. Our system initially will be focused on off chain, because here's the problem. We could have gone DeFi first. We could have gone, we'll find you someone on Uniswap or PancakeSwap to follow. But if we did that, then you'd still have the gas fees problem. And guess what? We're a brand new platform, so you wouldn't trust us with all your money or with a lot of money. So we'd be asking you to trust us, which means you'd start small, and then you'd be having to pay these ridiculous gas fees on your first transactions. So we're doing it the other way around. We're doing it for centralized exchanges first, which mitigates this issue. And then, of course, building these DeFi pools, which we're building later. So to truly answer your question, number one, we're going to build on Cardano when it's ready. Number two, we're actually going to be creating pools that you can follow a top trader, but it's a pool. So you're like following this top trader for the month of July. And that's a pool. It's a smart contract. It executes on chain. So that will occur in it's one gas fee for that entire pool. And we imagine that will solve the problem. Well, not solve the problem, but mitigate the problem. Felipe, your heart is lost again. Well, if you look at our rich list, Felipe, it's actually not that expensive to get up there. So, I think Ariel and I both, we want to see your commitment, and we're confident that you'll do what's right. But not investment advice. Please do your own research. And yeah.
Felipe, you should join the Alpha Games. It's a new game that we're having where 1 in 20 people will win $500. It's a free game, so you can definitely get my attention with that.
We're very excited. And so Tom Jessup, remember the names that were here from the start for the parties. Well, Tom, you're on the list. Happy to say you were here from the start. Felipe OO. Although I have an interesting thesis that I used to think that it was more popular to do these things on Twitch, but we seem to be having an ace up our sleeve with you, Ariel. So maybe we'll have to have you come back every week and do the hosting of one of these per week. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I'm lovely to have my face on this, because I like to see everybody and recognize the community, because we're so close to the community. We're always chatting with the community on Telegram. So it's nice to get to see everybody live in person, asking questions on the spot.
I mean, we could even have like a mystery, like we could interview someone. I'm pretty sure Barefoot Flash, you'd be an interesting interview candidate. If you went to crypto parties in 2016 and 17, I only started going in 17. So Felipe, arrival date, public release platform. How is beta testing going? Felipe, are you French by any chance? T'es français, mon ami? J'ai voulu te demander. But we don't have an arrival date for the public release. Beta testing is going great. We're really excited to have awesome feedback. We've actually just decided to kind of up the ante and offer a trading competition for our beta testers. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah. We'll be giving out awards to beta testers for doing certain things. We're like trying to award the most popular, the company favorites, or general stuff like the most likes and commenters, just people who are active on the platform. We kind of want to reward them to say thank you.
Yeah. Now, I was thinking, Ariel, it might actually be good if we did a little bit of, if I did a screen share and showed people how the Alpha Games works. So why don't I do that just quickly? Because that's really something that's very exciting for us. So I'll do that, share my screen. Any plans, Alpha Impact in 5 years? Yeah, bro, $1,000 a coin. Okay, share screen. Make sure I don't have anything. No, okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
No.
Alpha Impact. No? Okay.
Not that I'm aware
of. Oh, I have to do this. Okay, now you can see my screen, right? Hold on, I'll go to the YouTube. Because I think, Ariel, you're interviewing me, so you wouldn't see my screen anyway.
I can see it now.
Oh, you can, okay.
Yeah.
So the Alpha Games, we'll just go through this quickly. So it's for players who buy this many tokens during the competition period. So you have to buy them now. If you've already got the tokens, it doesn't count. So it's a small amount of tokens we're asking you to buy. Every 20 entrants, one in every 20 entrants will be selected to win a prize of 7,500 impact tokens at the end of the competition period, you get your tokens back. So what this actually is, and Ariel, we should probably like mention this, like that there's a staking rewards as well, because we will actually pay a 10% APY on these deposited tokens. So just for everyone in the channel, you're buying this many tokens, you're depositing them into a pool, you're earning 10%, and you actually go in the draw and you have a 1 in 20 chance to win the prize. So you have to buy the token. You have to, let's just see here. You have to register. You have to share your wallet address. You have to share your name, how you heard about us, confirm. Let's just do a mock one, 0x. And then we'll say HackerNoon. And then you have to stake your tokens. So if at this point you just press register, your registration is not complete. So you have to register and stake your tokens. So Ariel, why don't we talk again on Monday? You can host the next one as well. And we can go through this with a bit more, we can go through this again, but I'll just go through this. So this competition is open to participants who purchase 3,750 impact tokens during the registration period. It has to be during the registration period, and deposit these tokens into our staking pool. They'll be locked for 90 days, and you earn an interest rate of 10% APY, and one participant out of every 20 will receive 7,500 impact tokens. When allocating the prizes, we'll actually check to make sure you bought the tokens. So if you already have the tokens, all you can get here is 10% APY. If you buy the tokens, you get 10% APY and a chance to win 7,500 tokens. And we'll disqualify you if you don't actually buy them during the period. So liquidity staking is closed. This is what we were previously doing. Now we're on to this. So we're super excited about this. The Alpha Wolf, you have 6 days, 16 hours, and 58 minutes left to go. So that's that one. I'll hide and we'll come back.
On what Michael said, staking is actually already open for the alpha games. However, single asset staking won't be announced until later. But this is a different game. This is staking lottery.
Yes. So plans in 5 years. Frostech, we actually think about the 5-year plan being that we can grow the crypto market from 15% ownership to, maybe not 100%, because there's lots of people in many places that don't want crypto, but definitely beyond 30. So that's our focus. Barefoot Flash 1K, why so low? Are you referring, Barefoot, to the prize pool? You must be.
No, you said that the token. They said
the token price.
Plans for Alpha Impact. Yeah.
Well, the top of our modeling at this stage suggests that $44 is a price that we are kind of looking at, but that assumes that BTC stays where it is. So if BTC goes to 100K, then that model goes out the door and we could go higher. We've seen crazy stories in crypto before, so we're certainly not going to jinx it. Michael Drexler, so staking, single asset staking will launch next week. The alpha games is something that's live this week, so you don't have to do the alpha games, but there will be single asset staking open next week, as well as liquidity pool staking. My view for 5 years. My view for 5 years is that things go well and we can outperform eToro, but staking lottery is single-sided staking though, yes. Yes, it is, that's correct, Barefoot. It is a single asset staking. It is not an LP rewards style. I mean, we've asked you to do a lot of work so far. So this one, we're giving you a break. Next week, we're back with single asset staking again, and there's an LP staking pool launching first half of next week. So very exciting to be talking about those things. I think I have to go. I have, hold on. Yeah, I have to go. I'm sorry. My next call is beginning. So Ariel, thank you. You've been a fantastic host. Thank you to our community. I think we have to have you come back, Ariel. So on behalf of the community, I'm inviting you to come back, join us again. We'd love it if you could host another session for us.
All right. Thank you so much, Hayden, for having me and for letting me host. Bye, everyone. Bye,
Thanks,
Michael.
guys.
Bye, Barefoot, Megan, Sven, Frostek, Felipe.
Felipe, get on that rich list. I'll talk to you in Portuguese. Você es el máximo. That's all I know how to say in Portuguese. So go buy those tokens. Remember, don't just trade crypto, trade with impact. Have a great night, everyone.